Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today checking out the Armored Warfare 0.22 update announcement trailer. Let's hit play and trying to walk through a little bit what's going on. I've got this playing at super slow mode so we can analyze what's going on a little bit. So as you can see, it looks like we're in some kind of Asian village, maybe China, maybe somewhere in rural mountainy looking China. It looks pretty Chinese. I don't know if Chinese temples actually look like that. I'm sure they look like that in Hidden Dragon, Crouching Lion Dragon. But yeah, I don't know if they actually look like that. Master the Art of War. Sounds pretty sweet. Looking down into this beautiful courtyard, I'm assuming you get to fight there since they spent all the time modeling it. And I'm assuming that they added the two more Chinese MBTs, those being the variants of the Type 99, I suppose. I don't actually know what Chinese tanks come after the Tier 8. I kind of thought that was it. So this map is called the 7 Steps map. I assume it's going to be pretty hilly. It looks like it doesn't have too much vegetation. Looks like there's a lot of steps. If you're a tank that has gun depression, it might be pretty good. You can see some of the Chinese vehicles there. It looks like it's got a tram line or some kind of train that runs through the level. Yeah, overall it looks pretty nice. You can see that there's the big mountains in the background and the red trees and the lion statues. That one there on the left is the Tier 6 main battle tank. And we've got all new Chinese vehicles. And this is one of them. I'm not sure what the hell it is. I wish they would have done a little bit of an overlay to tell me what the hell it was. Looks like we got an artillery piece I won't care about. These two look like the Tier 9 and 10 main battle tanks. So we're back to the clickers again. Thank God I don't have to fight them in PvP. It looks like the buildings explode and blow apart, so that's also quite nice. And there's upgraded graphics in this patch as well, but I'm not sure if that's reflected in the when this was actually recorded. This might have been recorded quite a while ago to coincide with the patch update, but not entirely sure. It looks like it yeah, I would have to get confirmation. I'm not even sure. So these vehicles look like armored fighting vehicles for the most part. No, vehicles that I personally don't play that much. I like playing the big tanks, but this is definitely cool for those kind of people that play these sorts of vehicles. Looks like that thing's got some pretty cool guns on the top. Oh, and here we go into the enhanced graphical details. Now, I think they've enhanced the normal maps. I think they've maybe touched up a bit of the spec maps so the specular highlights roll across the tanks better. And it looks like to me that they've muddied up and dirtied the tanks up a little bit, as well as maybe added some physically based lighting, so things reflect light like they would as if they were metal, similar to the way World of Tanks and War Thunder have. So you'll have to get in the game and see how good it looks. But from the videos there, it looked pretty good. I mean, it looked pretty good in the garage anyway. And next, it looks like they've upgraded the way the commander skills work. It looks like a big, huge tree system, and you can upgrade your guy from private all the way to general, it seems, somehow. There doesn't really seem to show much detail other than that. Since you don't really pay any sort of money to upgrade or to get 100%. Well, not 100% crew, but not to have completely useless crew like in World of Tanks. The commander system changing really doesn't bother me that much because I didn't ever invest any real money to upgrade my crews, so that's not really too big of a deal. It would have been nice to say something other than coming soon. I would have preferred it to say coming like now, coming next week, coming tomorrow, but it doesn't look like we get that. Looking at this shot here, looks like we're on some kind of rice field somewhere. But yeah, overall, I don't know about the map. Yeah, you have to play the map. Overall, it looks pretty enough. I'm happy that they finally updated the tanks to hopefully physically based lighting. Like most games, even Eve Online 2 or whatever is just finished up updating their game to have a pass on a multi shader system. So this game had multiple different types of maps going on before, but I just think that they finally got around to getting it up to par with games that have a huge budget behind them. Like World of Tanks is a huge budget, yet I mean the backgrounds are still leagues behind this game. So I mean I think World of Tanks only has HD maps for like 12 of their maps, and they actually went to the lengths of making an HD version of Malinovka and Proc. Like that just absolutely blows my mind that they would take two like shitlord maps that were designed by morons, and they decided to actually like do HD versions of two of the worst designed maps in the game that should be removed. Like Live Oaks should be gone. All the maps that should have been like majorly drastically fixed. Instead they just spent weeks and weeks like going through and making HD versions of these awful, pitiful, just terrible design maps. So I don't know. There's not any map in Armored Warfare that I virulently hate like Malinovka, which has absolutely shit garbage gameplay. So I mean the maps hopefully are is going to be okay, but um, generally Armored Warfare has just gotten better and better looking over time, and I just think they need to maybe go in and slide out some of the older tanks. The tank models like the T-62 looks pretty dated, and it could be a little bit better. But just in general, like the map looks pretty cool. Um, this is another look at the big main battle tank here, and honestly, yeah, it's some sort of Type 9 XXX variant of some sort. Looks like it's got a bunch of applique ERA packages all over it. Again, you're probably gonna have lower plate weak spots. I don't know where the weak spots are gonna be on the turret exactly, since it looks kind of like a Leopard from the front, where it moves this way and then it moves that way. Um, Other than that, I mean, we've got the new Czech and Slovak armored fighting vehicles. I don't know if they've managed to go in and look at any of the physics for the driving for wheeled vehicles, which is kind of a... I can drive around using them. I don't particularly like it. It's not like... I think that even games on the PS2, like Smuggler's Run, had better driving physics for driving around in a wheeled vehicle than this game does. But yeah, just taking a look at the graphics and stuff, it looks pretty cool. Probably gonna stop the video pretty quick here. It looks, yeah, like some of the things that made the tank look, you can see on the right. I don't know, the tank looks kind of wet a little bit, and on the left it looks kind of muddy. But then when you rotate this, yeah, they kind of cleaned up the vehicles a little bit. I was kind of hoping that they would have a dirtier vehicle thing going on, but it doesn't appear as though they did that. But generally, the tank models look like, you can see the normal maps, especially on the wheels down there, are much improved. Like I don't know if the normal maps have changed, but the rendering of them has drastically improved. And I'm not entirely sure if they've changed any of the poly counts on the models. I doubt it. I think it's just a shader system update. So again, taking a look at this, let's take a quick look here. So we've got the commander skills and the barracks. Her Sabrina Washington. I've got her in my garage. Looks like you can level them up at least to level 4. I mean that there was a whole bunch of, on the next slide there was a whole bunch of different things, and I guess if in this new branching thing, it looks like you can pick to go 4 different ways, maybe ending up in the corners. Like it's a bit hard to tell. Like maybe this one makes it so you take less damage, or this one makes you swap ammo quicker, or this one maybe shows damage in any vehicles, something like that. And this one's turret traverse speed. So something going on there, and it looks like you can reset everything. And next slide, and we'll take a look at this. And I guess this allows you to kind of see all of your commanders side by side, which is actually kind of cool. And you can see who you've leveled up more than someone else. So we've got like a ranking system. And, obviously the skills assigned to them. And it goes out all the way from private to corporal, sergeant, first sergeant, warrant officer, second lieutenant. So yeah, I mean, if it has like, if these guys get better and better over time, like as long as they haven't wrecked it, so when you have a crappy commander, the game's unplayable, like World of Tanks, like playing a 50% crew, the game is nigh and like you just get worked for about 50 to 100 games before your commanders, your crew members are even half decent. So as long as they haven't messed with how good your guys are right at the beginning, then I think it's fine that they changed the commander system. But yeah, all right. Gonna wrap the video up with that. Gonna thank everyone for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with everyone you can. Cheers, guys.